I don't want kids. No, it's not, I do not want to have children. This isn't another, you've heard this before, I guess. Tons of women don't. On more than one occasion, people who love me have flat out told me they think I wouldn't feel the same about kids if I were not disabled. Once, according to Looking Glass, a non-profit organization that provides research and services for families with a child, a parent, or a grandparent with a disability, literal millions of parents have a disability in New York State. So, sure, there are the people who think I don't want kids because I can't handle kids. But almost worse, related slide show 10 ways to support self-sufficiency for people with disabilities provided by Cheapism. If people told me as much out loud, I'd point out that no person should have children as a distraction. Even if I did but it's not that simple. Because I know that, I am afraid that when I tell people I don't want kids, some small number of them think I don't believe I can handle it, even though, as I want to remind them, disabled people have always had to adapt to a world not designed for us, and parenthood is no exception. We adapt cars. I do not want children. I don't believe that. Related video. Lauren Lolo Spencer is changing the perceptions of disabled people, with style provided by CNN. Key Brown is a journalist and writer. Her essay collection
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.